How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Brian back at it again with another episode of the High Notes Podcast. I'm joined again here with my co-host,
Melly. Yes,
sir. All right. I forgot. Wait, no. Start it
We're gonna have to start it over.
Start it over.
All right.
Start it over. Shut up. How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Brian back at it again with another episode of the High Notes Podcast. I'm joined again here with my co-host,
Melly.
Today I go by The reason for that is I'm awakened today, brothers.
That's how you wake up, though? You say when you wake up?
I'm awakened.
What, no. Like, explain
So formerly known as AP, formerly known as McNasty, formerly known as the Great Goat. But listen, I've been deep diving deep into my neurons of my brain, every corner, every inch.
Okay.
Really wrapping my head around conspiracy theories, and I just become awakened. And you're laughing.
But what the hell does mean?
So is Ariel, but you just need to address me as the A. Like Kanye goes by Ye, I'm going to go by A. And that's a choice I want to make because I want to go against the Matrix. We're being controlled, and you're laughing about it. Let's get on with the episode. In today's episode, we have various topics stemming from college rules.
We can't get past
It's just something you had to come into agreement with because I came into agreement with it myself, and I'm projecting only positive energy outwards. I've been watching interviews with Kevin Gates, and he sums it up. Yeah, perfectly. Okay. He was recently in an interview with Bobby Atoff.
Okay.
And he was just explaining his vibes and like how he does things that makes him happy.
Right.
And his happiness doesn't intrude into anybody else's happiness, so he should be left alone.
Right.
I got you.
And I feel like that's the vibe.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness is written into our laws. But
there's no laws because I live outside the confines of other laws. Think of it like this. You live in 3D, I'm living in 4D right now. And the best analogy I could put... the best analogy before I was interrupted is think of it like an anthill, right?
Mm.
Okay.
Like you ever played around with an anthill when you were younger?
Yeah.
And you had like a magnifying glass and you were killing them and stuff like that?
No, I wasn't a
You did that.
But you know people did that, right?
No, people did it.
Yeah, people did it.
Let's be honest.
It was people.
My mom wasn't buying my magnifying, nothing school learning, nigga. If it didn't come from the school itself, Connie wasn't buying that shit.
Nah, that's a fact.
That's why I'm not a scientist. I feel like I could have been Elon Musk right now, but that's neither here nor there. So think of it like an anthill, right? Like you pour water on it. They think, it's flooding. They don't know that you did it.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
So they go about their lives thinking that these are just natural disasters. Meanwhile, it's 7-year-old Bryant with a dead rat in his hand, waving it around. And you know what I'm saying? And that's a dimension I'm above.
We're not going to talk about that rat reference.
Because I'm not going to lie.
On the episode.
I thought we was on the same team.
You had to be
That's
tapped
a past
in.
episode. We're living in the past.
I thought we was on the same team. He over here judging him for killing ants.
I didn't kill a rat.
And he over here was dangling a fucking rat in his hands.
I didn't kill the rat. I just want to make
you had it in your pocket.
I ain't kill it. I want to make that very.
Now, why the hell you had it in your pocket?
Don't worry about it.
Only true fans remember that.
Yeah,
reference.
you have to go back in the lore to figure that one out.
Nah, that's crazy. I don't think they want to go back there to find that out.
Oh man. All right. So you're awakened to the third eye.
Third eye.
Now I will say this, McNasty. There are different levels of thinking. And I'm
at the top. I'm at the top.
Allegedly. If that is the case, do you know like how the hierarchy of thinking and thought processes work?
Yeah, I made it. So that's how I think. I'm so ominous. Yeah. I exist in every. Nah, let's get to the episode. This is so insane.
Oh shit! All right, gentlemen. let's start off to the first topic here. Gentlemen, have you guys ever heard of Liberty University? Have you guys ever heard of this school?
Liberty University.
Are they D1? College.
I don't know where they actually stand in terms of their ranking, but they are located in Virginia, Lynchburg, Virginia. It's a private school, specifically like a Catholic school or Christian school, essentially. Have you guys ever heard of this institution?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so this institution apparently has some of the strictest policies when it comes to what the students need to follow. So apparently they have like some type of point system that based off of that, I'm going to assume that you wouldn't be able to graduate. And they even impose fines in certain situations. I want to read you guys some of the type of fines and things that you can get fined for at this school to try to see if, on top of paying tuition, would you pay these fines? I wanna get your guys' input on these. All right.
Wait. Before,
Sorry,
I
like
know
some
you
dress
said there's a
code
point system. How many points are you like? Do they take like your driver's license? They take off points, or they add points until it's taken out, or?
That's a good question. I'm gonna assume it has to work like an employer. When after you reach a certain amount of points, they probably give you the boot. That's what my assumption is.
But how many points you thinking? Like 10 points?
I don't know. There's not that much
points?
information available about the school. It's so private. The way that
I
they operate.
think you should enroll.
I should enroll.
Enroll and find out firsthand.
That would be interesting. Now, gentlemen, all right. So there's tiers to this. So tier 1 would be 4 points or a $10 fine. Absence from a required meeting, disturbance and non-participation, dress and hair code, failure to respond to an official call slip within 48 hours, horseplay could get you a $10 fine.
I agree with that one. Not gonna lie.
Horseplay?
Horseplay.
Because why am I walking to class and you try to jump on my back? Like, why are you trying to trip me? Like, I'm just trying to get to class.
Roughhousing.
No roughhousing.
It's true though. Like what? Yeah.
You're college. I get that.
college.
You're a
It's
grown
college,
ass
like-
man.
All right. Personal contact beyond hand holding.
What'd that mean?
What does it sound like it mean? The most you can do with somebody else on that campus is hold their hands. That's the most contact.
What's the fine for that?
$10. We're still at the $10 fines. It only gets crazier from here.
I'm only thinking that $10 fine.
How would they know though unless they break into the door? Like,
yeah, somebody snitches.
oh, I mean, they probably have like the boys over there.
It is broken down by
Girls
the
over
co-ed
there.
situation, but they do break it down like that. But we'll get a little bit further into that aspect of it.
Oh shit.
Music code violation is also under the $10 fine. I'm gonna assume on that one it's specifically like the type of music that you listen to. So it's broken down into you probably have to just listen to Christian music. So keep in mind, tuition is $30,000 a year at the school.
You hear that, McNasty?
What?
You hear that, McNasty?
Yeah.
No nav, all right?
No nav. All
No
right.
Kodak Black.
Moving on to the
The whole campus burns
$25
down. $25.
fine category or 6 points. Possession or use of tobacco. Any type of tobacco product. Direct disobedience, disrespect to authority. So any insubordination. A lot of schools have like rules like that. This one is gonna hurt McNasty. McNasty would have been fined out by like week 3.
Let's see this bullshit. Say it.
Gambling.
Yeah.
Find out by week 3.
Yeah.
You thought
He
you were
said,
gonna
yeah. I ain't gonna lie. He was ready to disagree
He was
too.
trying to. He was going to. All right, next. Attendance to school dances. Apparently they're mandatory. So you can get fined for not attending.
You have to go.
That's
That's what it looks
crazy.
like. They're fining you for it.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
insane. But wait, if they could only
$25.
hold hands, what they doing at the dance?
I don't know. It's like middle school where all the boys stand on one side and all the girls stand to the other.
They have to dance like this. Elbows extended.
Elbows extended.
And locked.
All right, moving on to the 50 or the 20 or the 12-point category for 50 beans. 50 beans for every time you break one of these. Attendance, possession, or viewing of any R-rated movies. Not porn, R-rated movies.
So you can't go outside to the movies to watch like a scary movie that's rated R?
Apparently, if you viewed it, you're breaking the school code.
And you get points for that?
$50. 12 points and $50.
Yo, you imagine? They're like, because you know how some schools be like deep in. What if they send like somebody from like school staff to stand outside the movie
Just to wait for you
just
to come
wait,
out.
Who's selling the tickets type shit?
That would be wild.
just viewing them?
You guys think they have like
getting
school
here?
spies?
Probably
Probably like the RAs.
the RAs, yeah.
That's so crazy.
Oh shit.
Why would you even want to go? That's like a boot camp.
Literally a boot camp.
Hey man, listen. This is the school rules. They have 12,000 students yearly apparently. So
But,
somebody
hey.
has to be attending this motherfucker.
12,000?
I mean,
12K.
it's good for discipline, bro. Like if I see you went to that school and you graduated, I'll be like, damn, bro, you're locked in.
You're focused.
You're locked in. You could survive anything.
All right, gentlemen. And the last one in this category, entering the residence hallway, quad, or on-campus apartment of the opposite sex. Just entering their apartment gets you a $50 fine.
Damn.
Off rip. Just walking in. You imagine you just walk in, automatic fine. Oh, yo, bro,
Yeah.
I'd lose my shit.
Nah, OD.
Moving on to the more heavier punishments. 250 beans and 18 points. Any association with those consuming alcohol, not drinking alcohol, association with people drinking alcohol. I gotta specify that because that's when you're getting the $250 fine. Not because you drank it, but because you associated with those type of people, those type of individuals.
Damn.
Wait, so what's that? That's $50 right there?
$250.
250 beans.
Wait, what's the highest fine?
Highest fine is, it looks like $500.
Damn.
500.
$500. There's a couple things that come with it. $500, 30 hours of disciplinary community service, and possible administrative withdrawal.
Damn.
So you
What
can
is
get a
it?
fine, drop out of school, and also get community service all in one go.
What is it? What is it?
In that, what do you think? It's a Christian school. What do you think would fall in that category?
Oh, I was.
Sex.
So abortions,
Oh my.
assault, sexual assault. Now that makes sense. Commission of conviction of any felony, illegal drugs, immorality. Just being immoral. Well, what they consider immoral, clearly they can define that on their own.
Yeah. They make the rules.
Involvement with witchcraft.
Oh.
I'm not even joking. This is like in their policies. Involvement with witchcraft. Life-threatening behavior or language of others or oneself. Non-participation, disruption, non-compliance. Possession and consumption of alcoholic beverages. So you remember how you got a $250 fine for associating with it. So with actually drinking it, you're looking at $500. They double it.
And you get kicked out of school.
Like, refusal to submit to an alcohol test is also a fine for 500 beans. Spending the night with a person of the opposite sex. Gentlemen, are we going to this school? Gentlemen, are we going to this school? $20,000 of your hard-earned cash every year. And 12,000 people are currently probably attending right now at this university.
Nah, they really locked in though.
Yeah, like why would you even go? I mean, you gotta really be a real, like a diehard.
Like a devout.
You got to be.
Yeah.
But at the same time, how many people you think are there because their parents are forcing them to go there?
Oh.
Ooh, that's got to be a high category in that specific type of environment. I don't think most people opt for that.
I'll say it's like 50-50.
50-50, you think?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that
Probably
high.
75-25.
Probably. I would think probably more like that. Like, only about 25% of them are actually there because they want to be there.
Nah, I think of it the opposite way.
The
75
opposite?
want to be there, 25% are forced.
You might be right. Because there's a lot, I forgot what school. It's not in Utah. It's a Mormon school. Where
they
it just has a
sulk.
high attendance rate because all the Mormons live out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you might actually be right. I don't know.
You heard about sulking?
Oh, I've heard about sulking. Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard about sulking? Why have you heard about it?
Why have you? It's like the Spider-Man meme. Everybody's pointing at each other.
Oh, shit.
Nah, that's crazy.
All right, gentlemen. But moving on to the next subject here. Gentlemen, Klarna, I can't speak, is doing a collab officially with DoorDash. What do we think, gentlemen?
This is our own fault.
In what sense?
DoorDash is a waste of money, bro. Like, with the fees and all the shit on top, it's not even worth it just because you don't want to leave your crib. Like, that's insane. To think about it, that you got to split up your meals into 4 payments because it's A, so high, and 2, since you're lazy as fuck,
now,
it's insane. We did this to ourselves.
Question. Is this a reflection of the app failing, where they're trying to entice people to come back onto the app because of their high fees? Or is this a reflection of the current economy? Do you think that this is like a bad sign that we're cooked?
If you're spending $40 to get a regular meal delivered to you, you could have spent those same $40 to go to the grocery, stock up for maybe like a week. You know what I'm saying?
Probably.
And for you to split up that payment into 4 different payment installs, is you're living beyond your means. Now this is ass speaking, the awakened one. You're living beyond your means to a point that you can't go out. You can't go without a 12-inch footlong from Subway for a night, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Why that specifically? That was very specific.
Because I'm just trying to think of what people order on DoorDash, and it's regular, and it's probably some bullshit.
Niggas do not order no Subway from DoorDash. What? They probably what you think they DoorDash? Probably like some Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, probably like what's it called?
McDonald's.
Chipotle. Yeah, something like that is what you DoorDash.
Okay, so fucking spicy deluxe, no pickle.
About a 12-inch
footlong.
Long.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Why are you ordering?
Why
it?
you
have to
thinking
split it
about
up
something
4?
12 inches? That's
why you harped on that, brother? I'm the enlightened one. I'm trying to educate you.
Educate us. All right. So you think
Brian, if you wanted some Crown, right? Okay. Crown Fried is a fried chicken establishment open, I think 18 hours a day. I think they close for like 2 hours and they reopen back up.
2 hours is crazy.
It's great for late night eats after the bar.
Oh yeah,
not
absolutely.
Gonna lie, that shit always hit. Not the cleanliness.
That's
the
all you go there for. You're not going there for.
But yeah, I mean, I haven't seen anything alive moving back there
yet. And I'll still eat there if I did find it.
Nah.
Now, mind you, go down there, you get a gyro, right? That shit costs $12. Let's say that's probably fair around this time.
Okay.
But one day you're like, nah, I'm gonna order it, and that shit's like $30 because you think of the fees.
When you're ordering on the
tip,
app,
you're gonna tip the dude.
Tip on top of that, yeah.
All right, that shit comes out to like $25, $30, right?
That's OD.
Would you ever do that?
Heck no.
Finance it? Like that amount of money?
No, because...
Like, actually order it.
Like, would I order it?
Would you order a $20, $25 gyro?
Knowing ahead of time that I'm going to pay that amount of money? Hell no. Right. Not even a little.
Now...
You get 2 for that.
Exactly.
Boom, and then you get probably some fries. You get like some other shit.
All right. So do you think anything that DoorDash could deliver to you is worth it enough to live beyond your means that you have to split that shit up into 4 payments? Do you think anything on the app is worth it enough?
The problem
with a stranger too. A stranger gotta grab your food.
Oh, and then how about this?
Dirty ass car.
They take the picture. Boom. They take your shit.
That's possible.
That is a possibility.
You order an 8-piece wings, you get 7.
Uh-oh.
Like, why is a wing missing? And you see his little fingerprints because they got barbecue sauce on it. Closing the lid back up.
Nah, this is from experience.
I'm just saying,
too detailed.
I'm just saying, bro. It's not worth
Who the hell grabbed McNasty's McChicken?
Nah, I'll be tight. I'll never be the one that calls in and complains, though.
Okay.
I think that's too deep in.
All right.
No, I got to. Gotta get my food for free.
Damn. Yeah, true.
Gotta run it back.
Gotta get
Now, here's my thing. People don't use DoorDash because of they want to pay the lowest price. They use DoorDash because of the convenience that it provides. Have we gotten that lazy as a society?
Yes, bro.
We're that lazy.
Yeah, I think so.
Getting something delivered to you with like a $10 tax on top of it, just because you ain't want to go get it yourself is kind of insane. And then now you're going into debt, essentially, to get something, and then you have to pay it off in 4 install payments.
That's
like,
crazy.
That is insane. You're paying off a McChicken in 2 months. That's not crazy to y'all? And the more I hope y'all understand, the more y'all use it, the more money they make. Then they're gonna fucking move on to other shit that you're gonna have to do, and then that's gonna become the new norm. And then when it becomes the new norm, that's when we get taxed and we complain about it. Ooh, back in my day, when you hear the old nigga say "back in my day," it's the truth, bruh. Like back in my day, we used to walk 5 miles. True story, by the way. I don't think I ever told y'all this. When I first moved out here, I actually broke my leg playing baseball. And it was in the summer, so we started school. I was in my cast, right? I had the crutches.
Okay.
They were like, oh, since your leg is broken, we're going to have a bus pick you up and then take you to school.
Yeah, the little bus.
Yeah, the yellow bus.
Yeah, the short bus.
Not the short one.
You already agreed to it.
Anyway, my dumbass, it was like the first week of school. For some reason, we had a 2-hour delay. So I'm at the bus stop the regular time.
Okay.
And I'm like, yo, I can't be late to the first day of school.
Okay.
Like, my leg's fucked up. No, we had a 2-hour delay. I'm going to have to take this hike. So I actually, with my crutches, crouched up to the school. Made it in like 40 minutes. And I was like, hey, I missed my school bus. She was like, honey, we're on a 2-hour delay. We don't start for another hour. I'm like, nah. Because I called my mom.
It was a summer day, too?
Yeah. I called my mom. I'm like, yo, I think I missed a school bus. I'm going to just hike it up there. She was like, call them and let them make sure. So I'm calling her. My mom's calling the bus people. And then the next day, the dude comes picks me up. He's like, hey, man, you know we had a 2-hour delay yesterday? And I was like, yeah, I already took the L, hiked my ass up to the school. Off track. This was so off topic. What are we talking about?
You stayed there or you went back?
Well, no, of course I stay. I'm not going to fucking crutch down back to my fucking house just to get picked up by a bus. Let's move on to the next topic. We're on some bullshit timing right now.
Nah, this A figure like is just too crazy.
All right, gentlemen. But moving on to the next topic here. A couple of European countries plus Canada have now given their citizens a travel advisory warning when coming into the U.S. specifically. Have you guys become aware of this?
No.
So apparently, if you're coming in legally, even with a visa, they are stopping you at the airport. They have literally stopped a German researcher that was coming in from Germany. They went through his phone, and because he had specific tweets or something like that the government didn't like, they actually arrested him for a couple of weeks and kept him here, and then just sent him back after some time.
This was in the States.
In the States.
Oh, okay.
In the U.S. Yes, sir. So apparently, legal immigrants
what were the tweets saying though?
I don't know what the tweets specifically were, the content of the tweets. But he got arrested for that. Another lady said that she got stopped at the border. She got strip searched. Literally got strip searched. Was held in detention for almost 2 months. So since February, she had been in detention. And was recently released back to her country. So apparently this is something that has gotten to the point where other governments are giving travel advisories. Normally we give out travel advisories to our citizens when a country is like at war or some dumb shit is happening inside the country, when it becomes unstable. That's when we give these type of advisories out. What do we think on this, gentlemen? What do we think?
Nah, that's crazy. Like, to get locked up for weeks just because of your tweets?
For tweets.
There had to be some crazy shit, bro. I had to see what he tweeted. in order for me to get my, because if he's out here doing like terroristic threats on Twitter, I'm like, yeah, nigga, lock his ass up.
I agree. Like, if you're saying some crazy shit, then
like, nigga, we're gonna
let's pump the brakes.
Yeah. Let's bring you over here. Let's talk to you for a little while. Like, if it's something like that, I'm like, yeah, all right, you're doing your job. But if he was just tweeting some bullshit, like giving his opinion on somebody, like, I don't think you should stop him for that.
But that's apparently what's happening right now. So apparently, we're stopping even the legal immigrants from coming into the country. So that's why a lot of the countries have actually given out these advisories. And France specifically gave out an advisory to their public, and they actually told them to stock up on certain types of supplies in case we do go to war.
Now,
so,
have you heard of the Donald Trump gold card that he's selling for $5 million?
I heard about this.
You know that they sold over 1,000 already?
I did not know how many they sold. I did not know that.
It came out that they made over, they sold over 1,000. Quick maths on that. Like 500 mil? More? 500 mil?
Something in that ballpark.
How much is it?
They're $5 million a piece.
Oh, shit.
So you can buy a green card for $5 million now is essentially what they're doing. They essentially made a
$5 billion
to become a citizen.
I don't know.
It's $5 million.
It's $5 million per card, but they sold 1,000. But that's neither here or there. What he's doing is, from what I read, that he's like using that money to pay off our national debt.
Okay.
So if they sell enough, we could essentially wipe out a national debt by selling citizenships.
There is only one tiny problem with that. There's not that many people that have over $5 million outside of the U.S. that can offset the debt.
Yeah, true. But there is like rich motherfuckers out there that'll have it just to have it.
There are, but that's the problem. There aren't enough to offset the amount of money that we're spending on the debt. Just keep in mind that his current tax plan that they just pushed just added another $4 trillion onto our debt. So he's offsetting his own cost, essentially, is what he's doing.
So he's going blank, zero.
No, he hasn't even reached $4 trillion. We haven't even reached $1 trillion that he saved. We're talking about hundreds of billions right now.
But I'm saying he's selling gold cards. That's doing something at least.
I mean, yeah, I do understand the concept of that, where it's like, all right, if you have the money, you invest that into the economy, and we give you a pass into the U.S. But rich people were already doing that. Rich people were already doing that. If they wanted to come to the U.S., they could have just done it the legal way without having to pay for it.
But this is express.
Yeah, this is like an express lane.
You don't have to worry about nothing. And you know how rich people think. If you got it, you're gonna spend it.
The facts. So I understand the concept of it. I'm not completely against the idea of it, but at the same time, it's not gonna be this magic bullet that's gonna save the economy.
But let me connect these two dots.
Okay.
So boom, we're selling gold cards so you could get express access into the country. We're sending everybody out, and we're blocking even the legalized immigrants from coming in. That saying to me is, get your bread up, little niggas, and start paying. Do you see the correlation there? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not connecting these two dots.
We're gonna make it harder for you to come in until you give us that $5 million.
But how are they gonna pay for shit if they're not working, if they're outside of the country?
Well, they can't come back.
So we'll never see that money. We're never gonna see that money.
You can't come back until you get your bread up. That's
brother.
crazy. That's insane.
All right, gentlemen, but moving on to the next topic here. Gentlemen, have you guys seen these viral clips going around through all of social media? I've seen it on Instagram, seen it on TikTok, and I've even seen it on YouTube. Normally, I don't tend to see these type of videos on my YouTube feed because they tend to be like in the conspiracy section. The pyramids apparently have been discovered to be the roof of a massive structure that spans 2,000 feet underneath them.
I knew that.
Gentlemen, do we think that this is like... What do we think on this? What's the thought process?
I knew that.
Okay. How do you know?
I could tell you because the tippity top of the pyramid is gold.
Used to be gold. That actually got stolen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So...
Like solid gold?
Solid gold, yeah. There was
like a brick solid gold.
A giant brick of fucking, what's it called? Of gold used to be at the top of the pyramids, yeah.
And you know
gold
how...
is a conductor of electricity?
It's a great conductor of electricity.
Go ahead, Melly. I gotta.
So you know, say say you go to the beach and you ever like grab some sand and you put water in it, and you know how it could form from like the inside.
Okay.
So they never, you know how the thing is. Oh, how were they so strong to make the pyramid? How did they move this big ass rock?
Okay.
Put it over here.
Okay.
They were slaves. How the hell they do that? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
That never happened. So they did that. Like it was covered with sand. Like the tip. So like the only thing that you seen was the gold.
Okay.
That's the only thing that you seen. And like it's like that. Like the triangle. Like the pyramid. You know what I'm saying? Like so
he made a triangle shape.
So the pyramid, like what we see is like that whole thing was actually covered with sand. But now as we're going with time, like all the sand is like unraveling.
Okay.
So the more it unravels is the more that it's showing. Where like
you think that the sand is receding, so it makes more of the structure visible.
Yeah,
is essentially what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now,
because the tippity top is the gold, so that's the only thing that you see. So you only see the gold protruding from the sand. But now, like since time is going, say. So you think that at one point the
like entire structure was
like
under
going like
sand.
that. It's going like that. Pause. It's going like that.
Okay, it's breaking through the sand. So my question then, do you think that this entire structure used to be under sand? Is essentially what you think what happened?
Correct.
So then, where did the structure come from? Then is then the question.
they made the structure. So they made the structure like they went inside the sand. Like
you think they built it underground, and this is the remains of what was left after it?
Correct.
But now here's the problem: you're talking about sand, but these blocks that make up the pyramids are giant pieces of granite. They're not made the same material.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like with the beach.
Okay.
You make it.
What
with the sand.
He's explained it. Let
with the sand, with the pyramid. So you put the sand or the water inside. That's how they made it. But the limestone is strong sand.
I understand this, but my question is,
it's formed sand. All
right. So then, here's a better question.
It's like sandstone. You know sandstone in Minecraft?
Why did they make...
When you go deep in the sand and you finally find some sandstone?
So here's my question.
It's just like that. So you go deep in the sand, or you open the thing from the gold. And then you could go inside. And then it's like that. That's why
Nigga, you're saying the fucking pyramids were a bunker?
Yes.
Essentially. Yeah, he's saying that they built it from the inside outward. But now here's my question. If that is the case, then why did they cut every one of the single individual blocks inside of the bunker? That wouldn't make sense. Even on the outside, they made cuts to the outside. Why? What would be the reasoning and the logic behind that?
I don't know everything.
So this is what I think. I think they built the pyramids and then they just kept going down, adding levels to it. That's why they got the extendo. That's what I think. But
and now it's just going deeper and deeper.
Right.
Huh?
They were just shoveling out shit.
Okay.
Shit.
And like think about it. When you had the structure up, it's like a tent, so they're not in the heat anymore. They just boom, so they could just go boom, 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 take out everything, make shit as they go down. And then they're probably just going down as far as they could because they are putting dead people in that shit. So they probably could think they put the extension on the house.
A tomb. Why would dead people be outside? Dead people will be underground. Wouldn't they?
Yeah. So.
And why is there gold on top?
But I think it's like a hierarchy. Like you put the top nigga on top, and then you
with
put
the gold.
Everybody else. Yeah.
Now here's the thing. So the structures. Did you guys see how like they just described what the structure underground would look like? So apparently, it's like...
Wait, why are they hypothetically? I thought they discovered this shit.
No, they didn't discover it. They imaged it using some type of like sound technology to see under the ground. Because this is 2,000... You guys understand like how deep 2,000 feet we're talking? Like that's higher than some skyscrapers.
Right.
Like that's how deep into the earth this shit apparently goes.
I seen it kind of look like the... What's that one monument in Washington, D.C.? The big one.
The obelisk.
The Washington Monument. That's the Washington Monument.
It kind of looked like that, right? Like in underground.
It's a giant pillar underground like that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But way bigger than that. So this structure, so apparently there's 2 boxes, pretty much essentially, like 2 chambers underneath, all the way at the bottom of at the base of this, on each side. And then there are, on each one of the corners of the boxes, it's like a set of stilts. There's giant pillars that go all the way back up to the top of the pyramids, and then they have like a spiral that go all the way down. It looks like, image-wise, it looks like a staircase, essentially, to walk all the way down there, is essentially what they're saying they found. Now, here's the only pushback that people have so far on this idea. This is apparently not a new finding. This is actually not recent. This is actually from a study from 2022 that has still been studied, but the internet got a hold of it and took it to the moon, essentially. So this isn't even confirmed yet. We don't actually know if it's there, but the internet has gone crazy about it. What do you guys think we would even find down under this if this exists?
So let me tell you this conspiracy theory.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Caps.
Think your caps on, please. I'm gonna need
It's
that.
been a while.
It's been a while.
For real. So there's like pyramids in Mexico, right?
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So they recently found that there are pools of mercury located beneath the pyramids.
Of which ones? All of them, or?
There's some in Mexico.
Okay.
I'll tell you the exact one right now because I have it on my phone.
He was right.
I was looking at it. So, pools of mercury
Okay.
were found, liquid pools of mercury were found underground in the chambers beneath the Pyramid of the Feathered Serpent in Teotihuacan, Mexico. Boom. You know what we were discussing before, the tips are gold, conductor of electricity.
Correct.
You know what else is a good conductor of electricity?
What's that?
Mercury.
Oh.
Wire have pools underneath. So this is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
What we found was an extraterrestrial spaceship, right? That came in. And as a power source, they were trying to use the lightning as a power source.
Okay.
What we did as humans is we saw the aliens interacting with it.
Uh-huh.
Know what I'm saying? That's their higher beings. Because why as humans were we back in Egypt worshiping cats? Doesn't make sense. That's a feline. This is an animal.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
That's a dog.
well, this is an animal as well. But listen, they saw the aliens messing around with it. They were like, it came from the sky, it's going to go back up. I'm going to build a tomb around it. So when it blasts up straight into space, it'll take me to where they are. They believed in reincarnation. Thought they were going to be reincarnated into an alien world.
Okay.
And that's where we're going with this conspiracy theory. Because why are ancient
All right, McNasty.
people having pools of mercury that conduct the electricity? They were using ancient alien technology. And that's how they powered it up.
All right, McNasty. I can't confirm.
They're making portals to warp portals.
I can't confirm if there were or are not any pools of mercury under the pyramids. I can't confirm that. Now, the theory that you're talking about, that they use the pyramids for alien spaceships like as power conductors, that is a running theory on a lot of different and a lot. No. It really is like a running theory that a lot of people have. It hasn't been confirmed. There's no scientific like actual study based off of this, but there are a lot of like weird coincidences that happen with like the size, the alignment of the pyramids and shit like that. That just like doesn't really make sense. Like, for instance, all of the pyramids of Giza are like aligned perfectly with like the night sky and shit like that. Like, they did not have that type of laser focused technology back then, but yet they somehow figured that shit out. Like, that shit's wild.
Awakened.
Yeah. So that is a theory. That is a theory that they have that they used the pyramids as a fueling source for spaceships. I have heard of it. I again haven't really confirmed it. I don't know, McNasty. I'm gonna give you this one because I just don't know. I don't have enough information to argue this one.
So far, I'm hitting. I'm like 12 for 12 conspiracy theories right now.
Are you gonna agree with that, Melly? You agree with that? 12 for 12 is a high number.
Yeah, nah, because he had one conspiracy. I forgot.
Tell me
what it
which
was.
one didn't make sense, and I'll let you know.
Which one? Let me think.
Can't think about it.
Shit. This is the one we looked at each other like, what is this nigga talking about? I remember that shit.
That never happened.
It's probably probably some dinosaur or.
It was definitely along the line of dinosaur. I remember that.
Dinosaurs make sense.
He tried to play it off of another conspiracy theory that he used to have. Fuck, what was it about?
We'll get back to that.
All right, McJassy, we'll give you it. The pyramids are then officially a fuel source for aliens. You get this one for now.
I think this is a good one. Let's hop right into the ad break.
All right, this brings us to the ad break. Gentlemen, do we want to give the audience, if they are enjoying this episode, where they could find more of our socials and our video portions of these episodes as well? If you're only listening to the audio, we do drop video portions. Do you want to tell the audience, Big Nasty?
Yeah, you can find us on all major platforms like YouTube Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Castbox, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Breaker. You could also join the conversation on our Discord as well.
If you liking this episode, like, subscribe. As McNasty said, you can go to the link tree, follow us.
All right, guys. Conspiracy Corner continues on right now. Have you heard of the term remote viewing?
For like a computer, maybe.
Similar.
Okay.
Not really similar. So it's kind of like a form of ESP. It's basically where you could physically see a room, like you could see a room without ever actually stepping foot in that room.
Okay.
So there's a movie called Watch Dogs.
Okay.
Right?
I've heard of the movie.
Where the government basically tried it out to see if it actually works.
Okay.
So they would use their ESP to find out like how the room is set up, how the layout is, all for intel.
Like, for the audience out there that doesn't know, that's like, think of Dr. Xavier from the X-Men sitting in his little chamber with the little hat on. That's what like ESP is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, ESP is like a broad term because ESP could be like the ability to bend spoons with your mind.
Telepathy, like like in that.
So
kind
it's
of
different variants.
Yeah. I get what you mean. I'm just giving them like some type of ideas so like the audience like knows what we're talking about in case they don't know like the references or anything like that.
Have you ever had a dream where you're out of your body and you're like floating around and you see yourself?
Yes, I've done that before. Yes.
Is that like astral projecting?
Yeah.
Astral projecting.
Have you think I used to do that on a constant basis or it was like once in a while?
Yeah, like once in a while.
So, not on an often basis. Now, something that I've since a child, I don't know why this happens, but whenever I have like a dream, I normally end up having deja vu where I remember that dream in real life, where I experience something from the future inside of my dream.
Yeah.
That happens to me often.
And you don't catch on until it actually happens.
Until it happens. Yeah,
I had that before.
So that's happened to
like
me.
deja vu?
Yeah. So that's happened to me. There was one specifically that happened recently, actually. I was driving a car. Now, this one didn't happen to me. This one's like a deja vu. But I was driving a car, and I don't know why, but the accelerator was nonstop. You couldn't hit the brakes. It was just accelerating nonstop, right? And from 1 second to another, I remember that the car jumped into the air and then came back crashing down and just stopped. And I was like, whenever I have dreams like that, something in life, in my personal life, will happen that'll relate back to that dream. Literally that same week, I even told my girlfriend this, and literally that same week, Kevin had a car accident, and he totaled his car. That same week that shit happened.
Nah, dreams is crazy. Like, I do like that we talking about dreams because I had a dream the other day, and I told my girlfriend too. And I don't really be dreaming, so like this.
Yeah, it's like out of the ordinary.
And it's so vivid, right? So I had a dream, and you was actually in it.
Oh shit!
Nigga dreaming about me.
Why you dreaming about? Why you dreaming about?
I hope it's not a wet dream.
Nah. Hey, nah. Let me put y'all on. Let me look. So
Okay.
So the dream, it was me, McNasty, and your brother Ronald.
Okay.
So it was us three, and we was like in a building, and I think it was in Philly. Like we never said it was Philly, but like when we went outside, it felt like it was Philly. It kind of looked like Philly.
Okay, like the city layout.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we was in a house, but then we went out but then Ronald went to the car. He went to go do something. I don't know what he did. But like me and you were still in the house. And then for some reason, like we went to check out like the background, like the what's it called, like the backyard. It was like concrete, but it was like there was like a one section where it looked like it was a pool, but it wasn't a pool. Like it was just mold. Like you know how a pool be green?
Yeah.
It kind of looked like that, but like the ground was just like
moldy,
green. Yeah, it was just moldy like that.
Was it moss green?
Yeah, that, like
moss.
Yeah, like
it was
moss.
moss.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
okay,
moss.
okay.
Like it kind like from like far away, it kind of looked like it was a pool.
Okay.
So I don't know. We was like talking about it, and then for some reason I like jumped over the pool. I jumped over the moss, and then like in the middle of it, I noticed that it wasn't a pool. I was like, oh snap! And at the same time, like I seen like a black cat too that just kept meowing. That just kept meowing at me. I don't know why.
This is a weird dream.
I'm saying, and then I landed, boom, and then nothing. And then we went back in the house. And then I remember you was like, "Oh, why Ronald taking so long?" Da 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 da. I woke up. I'm like, "What the?" It was just a weird dream.
Now, something that for me personally that actually helps me get into like those dream states when I'm sleeping. Lion's mane. Have you guys heard of this supplement? So it's a type of mushroom.
I heard something like that.
Yeah, so lion's mane, I actually have tested this. For me personally, this is anecdotal. But for me personally, whenever I take it, it doesn't give me like the real life boost that everybody talks about. Like it makes you like mentally clear. For me personally, it only affects my dreams. So my dreams become way more vivid, and I'm more likely to dream when I'm taking those supplements. I don't know why.
Lion's mane.
Lion's mane, yeah. It apparently like functions with your like brain activity.
But
Now,
And one good thing too is like writing down your dreams too.
yeah.
I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that.
But Melly, I want to break down as you know, I see things through the third eye now.
Word.
We gotta have to break down that dream you had.
I'm saying.
So this is what I'm thinking, right? I think you had a vision of the future. Because we've been talking about
What
a
about
High Notes Philly episode for a winner, right? So I feel like it's gonna happen on then. The building you saw was the Airbnb we bought, obviously.
We bought it. We ain't
So,
rented.
You know what I meant.
Purchased the B&B.
You know what I meant.
Okay.
And now everything else is just symbolism. So like you jumping over a pool of moss and not knowing what's underneath, it's like impulsive.
No,
So
I'm saying like it
like,
wasn't a pool though. Like
yeah,
it was cement, but it was like the moss was shaped like a pool.
and you jumped over it.
I jumped over it thinking it was a pool.
See, thinking you just jumped over it to do it. So I feel like that's an impulsive decision gonna make. And black cats are a symbolism of bad luck. So I think you're gonna do something crazy, and it's gonna end up bad for you in Philly.
So we.
But I don't know. I'm just saying.
You didn't really sell us on the Philly idea.
So I'm just saying it's a symbolism, but at the same time, you were with me, so that is it's probably gonna be a banger.
It's gonna
High Notes Podcast.
It'll negate it.
Philly episode 2 on the way.
Nah, yeah, that I don't know the dream. Like the only thing that I took from the dream was, I don't know, like maybe the like the black cat was like something in my life. Like I don't know.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I just kept meowing. Like it was kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
So
like for some reason, like it gotta be weird though, cause like it's a black cat. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
like why couldn't it be like a red cat or
that's what I'm saying. It's symbolisms.
like yeah? Cause dreams, like as you said, like dreams is always something that's happening in your life. You know what I'm saying?
It relates back to it in some way, shape, or form.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So I gotta write that dream down, cause I don't really dream. I don't remember the last time I dreamed.
But McNasty, bring us back to this.
Yeah.
viewing.
Let's bring this. This episode we've just been talking about some bullshit.
Bro.
All right, back to the remote
Yo,
viewing.
I thought I had my own segment. Like, nah.
Nah, you did want to get that off your chest, like
I'm saying because I think it was last night I had that dream. I don't know.
Oh man.
But anyway, remote viewing ESP. Boom. So what if there's actually a division of like 100 people who know how to do remote viewing, just spying on everybody,
Okay.
and getting intel? Now, mind you, you know why? You know, like if your house is coated in lead paint, the government can't track it down with like the heat sensors or anything like that. Like the signals don't go through all the way. So what if the same thing for ESP?
The house is coated in lead paint.
Yeah, you know how lead paint was legal until a couple of years ago when they found out that you can't eat it.
More than a couple of years ago. That's a couple of decades now.
Okay, but I'm saying.
But do you know why they removed lead?
Because it was poisonous.
So
allegedly.
Why is anybody? Why?
All right, how many years before that was everybody using lead paint?
For a very long time, and that's how we figured out that it was actually terrible for us because we saw
think
the side
about
effects
this.
decades later.
Why did they start using lead paint?
What was the side effects?
Like it literally damages your brain. Like your brain cells literally become like deformed or something like that. So they actually did a study on the effects of that, of all the use of lead from gasoline all the way up to paint. And apparently, since they started using lead all the way up until they banned it, that cost the country about 2 million IQ points or something like that for the entire country that was alive during that time block. 2 million IQ points in that bracket is what you're talking. So you're talking about like millions of people were affected. And the effects of that are still not really going to be known. And the lead itself is still contaminated in soil, water, and other areas that it'll take still decades for that to completely be removed.
So divot off of that, we still have fluoride in our toothpaste, and that's used to dumb us down as well. That's another conspiracy for another day.
We don't have enough info on that one. We can touch on that in the future episode.
I'm just saying, loading up, guys. I hope y'all ready for it, too. I feel like we've been straying away from what we usually do. Let's go with Tesla. Brian, bring us into that.
Gentlemen, did you guys see that? Do you guys remember the Looney Tunes? You guys remember the Looney Tunes?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you ever watch the Wile E. Coyote when he would draw like a road, like the continuation of a road onto a wall, and then the road runner would run right through it, and like nothing happened?
Yeah.
So somebody decided to test this with a Tesla. So a YouTuber by the name of Mark Rober was doing a video. Now, the video wasn't specifically in order to find this. He was actually testing out a different technology called LiDAR, which is a technology that uses lasers in order to essentially see depth from far away. So essentially, it shoots a laser at something, the laser bounces back, and the time that it takes back, it can tell how far that item is, right? So he was making a video where he actually 3D mapped one of the rides at Disney World. It's like one of the ones that are like completely dark and underground, so nobody's ever actually visually seen it. And he actually mapped the entire thing with LiDAR. So that was the original point of the video, but he wanted to actually make a comparison. So Tesla is famously known for not using any other sensor other than cameras in order to do their self-driving and all of this. Other companies have used LiDAR. So he actually wanted to see, can you trick the camera on a Tesla to drive into a wall, essentially? He ran the experiment a couple of times from the interviews that he's done after this, because he's actually gotten a lot of controversy out of this because people don't believe him. So essentially what he did was that he drove a Tesla at 40 miles an hour at a wall. Now, keep in mind that running into the wall was the last experiment. There were other experiments that they did, such as seeing if the cameras could see a kid in the fog, like a thick fog, would it be able to see it? The car with LiDAR is able to see it because it can see directly through smoke. The Tesla wasn't, hit the kid. There was another one where it was like a heavy downpour, like they simulated rain. Again, Tesla hit the kid. The last experiment was that one where they painted a wall, they had the kid behind it, and then they tried to see if the Tesla would drive through it. Now, here's where the controversy comes into play. People are arguing that the Tesla would not have hit the wall, so it smacked directly into the wall if it was completely self-driving. So apparently they're arguing that there's two different levels of like Tesla self-driving. There is the full self-driving with supervision, quotation marks, because that's how they actually state that it's supposed to operate. And then you have autopilot, which is where what most people actually have and use on a daily basis. So the internet is arguing that those are two completely different systems. Now, the problem with this is that another YouTuber actually made the same video to try to test this, to try to see if maybe he was just using the wrong setting. He retested it with a Model Y and a Cybertruck. The Model Y hit the wall, the Cybertruck didn't. Now, they're arguing that the Cybertruck was, that experiment was done during a different time of the day, so the painting wasn't the same as the actual background. So that's why the car was able to tell the difference. In all of the experiments, what it seems to be happening is that the car is disengaging within 1 second before it hits the wall because the parking sensors are actually picking up on the wall. So it's not until the parking sensors see the wall that the self-driving disengages, but at that point you have 1 second to react and you already hit the wall. That's what it's looking like. Gentlemen, what do we think is gonna happen? This is a car that's out on the road right now, and with an optical illusion?
Oh God.
That brings me back to the first topic. We're getting too comfortable.
Okay.
Cause cool, you have a self-driving car. Are you gonna abuse that to the point that you don't even drive anymore? That you feel so comfortable in that self-driving car that you'll have turned around whole conversation with the nigga in the back seat? Is that how?
That's
is
the
that
future
where
we're aiming
going?
for. That's what we want in the
But
future.
we're not there.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And you know why this is happening is because we're getting too comfortable, and the whole world's gonna turn into Terminator. Niggas gonna make iRobots that's gonna
Now-
attack the fuck out of us.
What I think the future gonna be is like Wall-E. You ever watch Wall-E
Yeah.
when they in the ship?
I don't think so.
And we're all just big, just floating around.
We're getting too comfortable.
I'm saying it is.
I don't think so, for the simple reason that once we have the technology stabilized to the point where governments will be on board with us doing mutations to our gene pool and our DNA, once we get to that level, like we have the base technology to do that already, we really won't even have to work out. We could have perfect physiques in the future if we really wanted to. The base science is there. We just ethically
So
bound.
what you
right
mean? Like
I've seen a
you
couple-
take something and then you just
I seen
now. Over
this
time,
shit.
your DNA will change.
Oh.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah,
I feel like I seen a couple things online where you're able to choose like certain characteristics of the baby.
of a child. Yeah, that's a
so
possibility.
if you want LeBron James, you can make him.
you can.
But you need to buy the
7
VC.
foot, could shoot.
You need the VC for that, bro.
You need the VC. Deadass.
Necesito
And
cuarto,
it's
yo.
not on the free trial.
It's not
Necesito cuarto yo entonces.
a lot.
A lot.
A lot.
Yo, that's
So
crazy.
the base science is there. Eventually, we will get there where we'll have like the ethics worked out. So I don't think we'll end up at Wall-E, but we may end up to the point where we won't make it off the planet if we do make it to Wall-E. Is what I would expect. That's the only logical conclusion that I can see on that. I don't think we would make it off the planet if we ever made it to the Wall-E stage.
You said if we're just fat and lazy like that, we're not.
We'll
leaving
never make
Earth?
it to that. Yeah.
We're not leaving Earth.
No, we're not leaving Earth.
What the heck?
We won't leave Earth.
Why?
Because we have to leave Earth now. When everybody's actually physically able to actually leave the planet. Just leaving, just think about leaving into space. Do you know how many G's you have to pull to get out of like the atmosphere? Most people wouldn't survive that. Especially if you're obese. Think about how much mass that would be. We would have to be off the planet now before we get to that Wall-E stage.
So you know
but
how
not everybody gonna be off the planet though.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people won't. Most people will perish if we make it to
Yeah,
that.
most people will be lazy and comfortable to get off the planet.
They'll be like, yeah, we'll wait it out. But you saw how those astronauts came down like 9 months after they're supposed to off that routine. Those astronauts have to be physically fit to go up there.
Yeah.
They have to
There's a
be-
lot of training that
and
goes
it's
involved.
just not body wise, it's mentally as well. Because last thing you want is a psycho nigga.
But you
up
don't think in
there.
the future we just gonna be able to?
Oh yeah,
do you mean?
they're gonna be like commercial
Teleport?
flights into space.
No, not teleport. Just say you get on a rocket, and it's just like you're not gonna have to, like the pressure. You're not really gonna feel the pressure.
Well, I guess.
there's a lot of like science behind like escape velocity and shit like that. When we get to the point where you won't be affected by the escape velocity of the planet, like in order to get off of the planet, like we'll be talking about like advanced civilization.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But for right now, we don't have
Like aliens. How do aliens come over here whenever they want?
So there's a running theory.
Why are you asking him that?
There's a.
Ask me, nigga.
You look like the Men in Black.
That's what I'm saying.
All right,
So-
They have spaceships, bro, but their spaceships don't work like our spaceships.
No.
They use like they use the power of motion and vibration. Like some shit would just move by itself, and then it'll just propel everything. And then there's another theory that says that. listen to this one. It's another theory that says that the spaceship doesn't move; everything around you move.
No, that's a thing. We talked about on one of the episodes. We talked to Chris.
Wait,
he's one of my friends. He's a physics major. He's actually a nuclear scientist now, I think. So we talked to him about like the different types of propulsions, and he explained to like how that shit works. So essentially, what it does is that the ship would move space around it, so the people inside wouldn't feel the space moving.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So you know how a car moves?
Yeah.
Like the car rolls its wheels
Right.
to move, nigga. Imagine the wheels is rolling the earth in a circle. Mm-hmm. Think of it like that. I'm on a different type of wavelength. That's why.
But we don't feel it, obviously.
Nah.
No.
Your shit, you wouldn't even know what's happening.
Yeah.
Because you're just
Y'all on
living your
some other
normal
shit.
life.
So what y'all saying is the UFO's not really moving. It's just us.
Us moving around it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We thought the same thing when we heard it. We were like, "What are you talking about?"
Think of it like a ghost. You know how a ghost passes through like walls? So like us, we would have to leave a spot, walk around to get to it. This nigga just goes
Like in
straight
another
there.
dimension type shit.
No, not another dimension. No.
No.
It's still in our dimension. It's warping our dimension. Is what it's doing.
Yeah.
Y'all fucking my head up.
That's what we thought too.
What the hell? Is that like the first time y'all heard that theory?
I mean,
At least explain. Like,
yeah,
what's
explained like
happening.
he explained it. I was like, yeah, and then I was like, low key, that shit makes sense.
That's so crazy. What's your favorite alien movie?
Independence Day.
Is that
Will Smith?
when they? Wait,
Will
which is
Smith one.
oh, Independence Day was fire.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Do you saw the one that's like the attackers from Mars or something like that, where it's the little aliens with the little tube and you can see their brain, and then they go and get the president.
Oh, I know which one you're
And
talking
it's like
about.
a comedy type.
Yeah,
shit,
I know which one you're
but they
talking
actually
about.
blasting niggas.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a
That's
good.
a good
That's a
one.
classic. Damn,
That is a
good one.
classic.
How old is that?
That's old.
That's old.
Yeah,
I used
that's
to
like
watch
early
that as a
2000s.
kid at TBS.
That had to be like early 2000s. For
Yeah,
yeah.
that shit was tough though.
That was a funny movie. Good movie.
And what else? The
Old
other
ass
aliens,
niggas.
like Predator and stuff. I'm not really into that.
Coneheads was a good movie.
Coneheads was. Oh, how about the
Y'all niggas is saying some old ass shit.
Yeah,
What the fuck y'all
Coneheads
niggas
You don't
talking
remember
about?
Coneheads? You never seen that?
I heard of Coneheads. Oh,
No, you gotta watch that.
That's that weird shit. It's like a weird movie, right?
Yeah, it's like the aliens, but like all of their heads are shaped like cones.
Yeah. Yo, what's the alien movie
Would've killed.
where they had to find the continuum combustor thing, and it's like it's what's this nigga's name, bro? He was in that '70s show. He was the
Which
slow
one?
one.
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher. It was
okay.
Ashton Kutcher and another dude. And they had to go to this arcade, and two alien bad bitches was following them. They're trying to fuck them up. And then the weird niggas in suits, it was in a cult. Fuck, I forgot the name, bro.
Search it up.
Fuck.
Now my favorite, dang, I don't even know. I think Alien is a really good scary movie, like a horror movie.
That is a good movie. That's a good movie. Alien versus Predator is also a great
Ooh.
movie. Great movie.
You know what's good actually? Signs. I think that's a good alien
Oh
movie.
yeah.
Agreed.
Scary Movie 3.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen. Oh, dude, where's my car? Yeah, seen that movie?
That's an alien movie.
Yeah, they're aliens.
They're aliens.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Wait, what?
Dude, where's my car,
There's
bro?
no fucking
The
way.
one where they lose your car?
Yeah. They're aliens that come to get the quantum combustor from the arcade, and it's like a toy that they win at the arcade, and they go back home.
Dude, where's my car?
You have to rewatch the movie, bro.
Dude, wait, what?
I'm giving y'all gems.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's what I'm thinking about.
Nah. That's a different.
I'm confusing the movies. All right, so I don't think I've seen that movie then.
Dude, yeah.
Nah,
Watch that.
that's dead ass.
It's an alien movie. That's a plot.
It's partly an alien movie.
Told you. Yeah, not even really peeping shit.
What the fuck?
That's crazy. What the hell?
Dude, Where's My Car's a classic, bro.
All right, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. Now. All right, gentlemen. But moving on, gentlemen. Did you guys see the release of the JFK assassination files?
Oh, shit.
Did you guys read up on this? Do you have any information on this? You guys have found online any conspiracy?
Nothing new.
I seen. I don't know if it's been out this whole time, but I seen a JFK, him being dead.
Like it's laying on the autopsy table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that old or is that new?
I don't know if that's new or old. I don't know that. But gentlemen, I want to just be very clear that what was released was 60,000 pages of straight bullshit. Want to know why? So prior to this release, there's already 2 million plus documents that were released to the public regarding the JFK assassination. Majority of them have redacted information.
Wow.
The release that they gave us is only 60,000 documents that have less redacted information.
Bruh.
So, like, I want to, like, I know how, isn't there, like, a law that they should release information to the
After a
public?
certain amount of time, we still haven't reached it though.
So that's,
What, for the
isn't
JFK?
that some
Yeah,
bullshit?
the Freedom of Information Act,
What's the limit? Like 70 years?
75 or something.
So
like
isn't that some bullshit? We have to wait 75 years to actually know what happened.
But here's the problem.
I mean,
they were hyping this up as they were releasing everything.
Time.
And with the release of everything, we got absolutely nothing new. Everything that we knew happened
Bro,
is the same.
imagine this.
so
You
the time-
gotta be born.
The what?
So the time was due.
What do you mean?
That's why it came out. Or it's still not due.
No, it's still not due. They did it ahead of time.
Oh.
This was their grand reveal of all the JFK files.
And how about in the 75 years, are they going to give out like more information or no?
I would assume the rest of the redacted information would be released.
But that's bullshit too.
Well, I don't know. See, the reason why they have that rule is because if something is still ongoing and they don't want to compromise it, they won't release it. So most likely what they released were things that already aren't going to affect us if they released it. Is pretty much what they probably did. I can't confirm this. They're still going through the 60,000 pages that were released because it'll take forever to actually line up what is just a repeat of old information and what's actually new.
So what was new that you saw?
So some of the new things that they revealed in some of these files were some of the informations of like redacted addresses, social security numbers, things of that nature from people that were involved in the investigation, how they were like looking for, like how the FBI was conducting their search and the CIA were conducting their search for the killer. And like, you know how they do like you ever seen like crime movies where they do like vision boards and shit like that, where they have like the pictures hanging up trying to figure out that kind of shit? Type shit. Essentially what they released was like the methodology that the government used in order to come to the conclusion that they did. None of the actual files like point in a new direction. They do point to like interesting things, like for instance, the CIA was receiving information that there were Cuban gangs apparently that were trading some type of information in order to get weapons or something like that related to JFK, and they revealed how the CIA was doing that. Like things like that have been revealed, but again, nothing that actually like points like to a different killer essentially in terms of the files. That's what we're looking at so far.
I feel like they were like, here, damn, shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Damn.
That's what happened. That's essentially what happened.
I need everything. Mm-hmm. Who was the killer? What were the motives? How did the payoff go? Mm-hmm. How he was contacted? I need the complete.
Now it's already an interesting story because Lee Harvey Oswald was the man that was initially suspected because he was never charged.
So he wasn't the killer.
Well, no, here's the problem. He was never officially charged because he actually got killed by somebody else coming out of the courtroom, which was Ruby Rose. So
Ruby Rose was there.
He killed. No, not that.
No, I'm joking.
So he shot Oswald or going in or coming out of the courtroom or something like that. So he never went to trial. We actually never got a conclusion if it was him. That's why all of these conspiracies still exist. And then the suspicious part is that Rose then died mysteriously while in custody. So that's why all of these conspiracies exist, because we don't have like anything like
just keep dying like.
It feeds into itself.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's definitely got to be like some government. Like, you don't think this is some government shit?
So that's also something that they found very suspicious. In a lot of the files that were released, they actually found that the Israeli government, for whatever reason, had some type of like communication with the U.S. It's not really clear, like, if they were directly involved in his assassination or anything like that, but there's a lot of the redacted information that they have discovered included the Israeli government for whatever fucking reason.
Damn.
Yeah. Crazy shit. I don't know.
You, bro. Some shit's happening.
Yes, sir.
So let's move on to the next topic.
Okay. All right, gentlemen.
He said it like that.
Gentlemen. Did you guys see the Breakfast Club episode recently where Just Hilarious, Charlamagne the God, and DJ Envy essentially had like a meltdown on the show? Did you guys see this?
I seen that, yeah.
So apparently what had happened was, now I listen to the Breakfast Club on a regular basis.
Okay.
Jess is the main host on the show. She went out on maternity leave because she just had a child. And they had a guest host, which is Lauren LaRosa, as like the primary host, like taking her spot while she was out.
Standing.
Yeah, standing in. Now, the problem is that Lauren is really good at her job. So it got to the point where the audience kind of like, you grow a connection with somebody. Like if you start listening to them over time, you grow a connection. It got to the point where people were essentially in the comments, like of the YouTube videos and stuff like that, like saying like Lauren should be in Jess's place. It looks like Jess was reading these comments, and in her mind she started building up like, I don't like her,
like animosity towards her.
Essentially. So she jumped on her Instagram the night before the meltdown on live radio, and she was like, essentially like talking down on Lauren, like how she never thought she was good, and like talking about like why she's so wrapped up and why she misses so many days off of work and shit like that. It's actually more or less due to her job. She's also like, she works like stand up overnight and shit like that. So she was talking about that on her Instagram. So moving forward then to the next day, they have the episode, and essentially she just starts going, I don't like that the other two hosts, Charlamagne and Envy, haven't given her like any support based off of what the comments were saying. And DJ Envy and Charlamagne are like, why are you reading the comments? Like, why are you reading the comments? That's something you shouldn't really be focused on, because they're just gonna shit regardless. It doesn't matter if they like you or hate you. They're gonna shit regardless.
Right.
And essentially, like, it got to the point where she broke down in tears, and they didn't
on
post,
the show?
Yeah, on the show. You can find the clips online. She broke down in tears. Charlamagne walked out. Envy just sat there, like, didn't know what the fuck to say.
Charlamagne walked out.
He walked out.
You know, it's crazy when he walks out, because I would think he'll be the one like egging shit on.
But that's the problem. You don't want that in.
He did, right?
But here's the thing: you don't want that in that type of like environment, because you have to come back to work the next day. Right. You don't want that in your work environment.
Right.
But at the same time, be like, wait, why are you tweaking?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, didn't she go like on live and she was talking shit about them?
The night before.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the night before.
And then she went back and work like it was a normal day.
But that's why they brought it up. They were like, "Yo, you went crazy on your Instagram."
I don't think she knows how the internet works. Because if like, let's say we post a video and somebody posts something making fun of one of y'all, It's gonna be crazy if I jump in. Like, hey, don't make fun of him.
Yeah, like, why would
What's
you worry
that gonna
about
do? It's just gonna fuel them,
Yep,
and then
yep.
other people gonna see and they're gonna jump in, and be like, okay, that's what triggers them, and then they're gonna go at it.
Now, I
Right.
will say, so Lauren has her own like segment. Like her focus is she gets a bunch of details like that nobody else has whenever she's talking about a subject. Jess has her segment where it's more of like the tea of like what's happening and shit like that. Like she'll get like information from different like countries where tea's happening. That's like her thing.
Ain't the replacement? Didn't she used to work at TMZ?
I don't know if she did. She
think she
sounds
did.
like she's like some type of lawyer. The way that she
I'm not gonna
gets
lie to you.
details.
Yeah, I think she went to TMZ.
That shit went downhill as soon as Angie left.
Oh, Angelique.
But see, now that's something that Jess also talked about. She was like, she understood why Angela
left.
Yee left. She said that if she had to deal with DJ Envy and Charlamagne on a daily basis not having her back, then yeah, she would have left too. So she brought that up in the conversation as well.
Like, what? Why is she saying that?
I don't know.
But it's like, bro, all right, you're my coworker, but I'm not gonna be defending you 24/7
Over some comments.
over
like,
some comments that you don't even know.
Yeah.
So I think she was just tweaking.
Like why was like imagine we came onto here and being like, oh, don't talk about this guy like that. Don't
Talk about user 873. He commented, Brian said something dumb. I don't ever
But-
want your support. Never.
Like, why would we do that?
It just doesn't make sense. Like,
And the crazy thing is that both DJ Envy and Charlamagne both told her, like, if you don't want Lauren on the show, it's you are the co-host here with us. If you didn't want her on the show, you could have told us, and we would have removed her segment.
I'm pretty sure she picked her too.
Did she really?
I think she did.
I don't know about.
For being the temp, I think she picked her.
Damn, that's even more tragic.
yeah, I feel like
gotta
that's
suck.
something that should have been addressed offline.
Off air.
Off air for
Agreed.
sure.
Do you think? How long do you guys think that this show could last? If this is
Probably a month.
the tension that they're having, because you have to remember, she just replaced her a couple of weeks ago.
I'm telling you.
It hasn't even been a full year.
At least a month, they're gonna kick her off.
She's gonna leave to pursue her comedy full time. That's what they always
Quote
say.
unquote.
They have a mutual separation.
Just hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. And she's good. It's like she's not.
She's funny.
Well, no, it depends. Like her banter with like Charlamagne and Envy is actually like good. So that's why people like wanted her to be the original replacement for Angela. But then Lauren came along and like Lauren's just really good at like giving information to the point where it's like I would prefer Lauren to give me like the news and shit like that than to have Jess do it. But Jess is good at conversation. So that's like they each have their strengths and their weaknesses. That's what I would say. Like, yeah. That's a tough
can't-
situation.
I heard like she can't even read though.
Who that?
Just hilarious.
I don't know about that. What the? Where do you hear this? Where do you hear this?
I'm saying that she can't read like on the show. Like you know how Angela Yee like she would read the segments.
Okay.
Like they'd give her the segments, but she couldn't even read it.
I don't know. Based off of what I've seen, I've never heard her like have difficulties like speaking or anything like that. Like I've never witnessed that, so I can't talk to that.
That's what I see
Yeah,
on
honestly,
Twitter.
I haven't watched since Angela Yee.
The show's
never really watched it.
It has some good episodes. It depends on like who they're talking to and shit like that. So who the guest is, like that's how normally how the conversation tends to go. If the guest is boring, then the conversations tend to be boring. But if it's like a high energy guest, it's gonna be funny. Yeah.
Remember when Gucci Mane was on there?
Oh,
Remember
Wait,
when
wait,
Birdman was
Angela
on
Yee?
there?
The Birdman episode is a classic, bro. That's an internet like classic.
Yeah, man. This is a good
Get
one.
my fucking name out your mouth.
Who said he was gonna sniff J-Lo seat?
oh no, he
Charlamagne?
did sniff her seat.
Yeah, he did.
God.
J Lo's gone.
Oh, jeez.
Original
Charlamagne. Yeah, facts.
It's crazy how much
shit.
he's changed. Like,
Nah, that is wild. That is wild. All right, gentlemen. But moving on to the next subject here, the BBL madness. Melly,
Oh, shit.
you put this into the group chat on Twitter. Can you give a breakdown of what this exactly
said
is to
me.
the?
Nigga.
You put it in. What do you mean? We gotta ask you.
Man, he threw you under the bus. Not gonna lie. He didn't even have to say all that.
Can you give us a breakdown of what this tweet was?
Nigga ain't
What
giving
was
you
the
shit. Nigga weird. Like what?
That is insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'll give you a
Quita esa
breakdown.
vaina y
I
ya,
know.
coño.
No, we'll talk about it though.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
So someone online made an actual bracket of all the celebrities that have BBLs and leaving it up to the
Audience.
the audience
Yeah,
to rank them out. Me myself, I don't objectify women on the shape of their body, so I don't participate in it. But Bryant, who would you choose?
That's wild. Why would you go to me? Is my question.
Because you're the one who brought it up, and then you try to put it on Melly like he's the one who put it
I
up.
didn't put it in the chat.
That's crazy. Like,
Normally, I am the one that says some wild shit, but I want to just state I didn't put it into the chat.
So
just to clarify.
just say who would win. Who has a good BBL?
Here, let me bring up the list.
Madness.
All right, the BBL Madness bracket. Let's start off the top. Let's break down
What
this
is
bracket.
Let's?
No,
What is
no.
Let's? You just tell me who you would think will win it.
All right, gentlemen, in the first round, we got Young Miami versus Jesse Hart. I don't know who Jesse Hart is, so I'm gonna have to go Young Miami right off the bat. What do you guys think?
We support that decision.
Jenny.
You're actually
Hart.
going through the bracket instead of just telling us who's
Yeah.
on the list, bro.
Jordan Woods versus Summer Walker, gentlemen.
I didn't know Jordan Woods had a BBL.
Oh, I
But
think
Jordan Woods is bad. But I don't identify women, so
that's Carl Anthony Towns, girl.
yeah. Sour girl.
I'm gonna have to go with Jordan Woods. I don't know who Summer or no.
You do know who
backwards.
Summer
I know
Walker
who Summer Walker is. I would still go with Jordan Woods. Jordan Woods. Yeah.
You don't even know who it is, so how you
I
gonna
know who Jordan Woods is.
You just said you didn't.
No, I don't know who Summer. I said I don't know who Summer Walker is, but then I remembered that I do know who that is. Yeah. She's the When I'm with you. Is that the one?
No, I think that's SZA.
Oh shit.
Are we clip farming? Are we dragging this shit out right now?
Nigga, go through the list.
Go
right.
through the list.
Sweetie, Jada Waiter, Jocelyn Hernandez, Bernice Burgos, Kim K is on this list. That's I don't know.
She does have BBL though.
We have SZA, Ari, JT, Nicki Minaj, and a couple of other no names. What do you guys think is just the BBL queen? If you had to rate just based off of the BBL alone, what do you guys go with?
Wouldn't it be who looks the baddest?
But it's BBL badness. What is the rating scale that we're using?
BBL
'Cause that's not
madness
defined in
is
the
crazy.
tweet.
So yeah, like
It's not defined in the tweet.
who? See, it's hard because I don't objectify women, so I don't know what it will be. Like, is it the shape or is it like how good they look with the BBL? But at the same time, do you get extra points for having a big old booty, or is it more of like how it looks? Yeah. But you could have a smaller frame with a BBL and it might not look right, but that shit could be poking. But if it don't look right, I don't think it's that should be some points taken off. But again, I wouldn't judge you off the surgeries you decide because it's your body, your choice. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Agreed. So what's the definition we're using for?
I don't know because I don't objectify women.
BBL Drizzy. I'm gonna say Drake.
All right, Drake
what?
it is. There we go. Drake takes the top of the bracket of the BBL madness here at the.
Wait, Drake is on there?
No, Nick.
BBL Drake.
Oh shit! All right, gentlemen. But speaking of Twitter, Ye, formerly known as Kanye, has had, I think, the worst meltdown in internet history that has been publicly available in its internet history. I'm gonna have to go with
Crash out of doom.
Since March 12th, I believe, was the first wild tweet since he deactivated his account and came back at the March 12th. He has spewed nothing but absolute crazy shit. Gentlemen, he even put out a list talking about all of his enemies.
Everyone who betrayed him.
Bro, in this list are his own kids.
Yep. They are on the list.
Yo,
And who
why would
else?
he do
Who's the
that?
last one? And of course, the who?
Who's on the last? Give me a second. Let me bring up the tweet.
I don't say that.
Don't say that.
Oh wait, no, I remember off the top of my head. We won't say that. I remember off the top of my head, as we do not agree with the views of Mr. Ye, formerly known as Kanye.
Right.
We do not agree or subscribe to that school of
So
thought.
let me give the audience a little background of this. Bryant is Kanye's biggest fan.
right,
So this,
I would've-
we've been speaking about throwing it into the episode here and there, but we decided to, hang off. But now he's just giving us so much to speak about that it's kind of inedible. Like, if we don't speak about it now,
we have to.
We have to.
We're forced to.
if you're watching the YouTube version of the video, you can see that Brian's decked out in Yeezy merch.
That's that Easy Gap collection. You got the 350s on the feet. I mean, nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy.
I ain't nothing crazy. Nothing crazy.
Kind of look
Crazy.
like him too.
Oh shit.
So we're just, as a collective unit,
Okay.
we're gonna really probe Brian's brain on this.
Okay.
We're gonna do the breakdown of Kanye's tweets.
Yes.
Let's start off. Brian, give us the timeline. Read off the first 3 tweets, rapid fire. Just whatever catches your eye.
I would just like to state once again that I do not subscribe to any of the things that this man is saying. But gentlemen, going right off of what he is tweeting recently. Did he deactivate his shit again? I think this nigga just deactivated his Twitter.
Mid-episode?
That shit's empty. What just happened? This is happening live, folks. I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Wait, it was.
His replies are still there, but his posts are gone.
Oh shit.
What just happened? I was viewing them
Just hit the
seconds
button.
ago. Here, let me see if I can find one of his backup accounts.
Read them off, Brian.
All right, so on March 18th, 2025, he made a derogatory comment on X to Jay-Z and Beyonce's twins, Rumi and Sir Carter. They were deleted immediately afterwards. But did you guys see these tweets specifically? I don't have the tweets directly in front of me.
I seen the words
Essentially-
he said.
Essentially, he called them special deeds. I will go with that term. Along those lines, towards Beyonce and Jay-Z's children.
The youngest children.
Right off the bat, he's talking about people's kids.
And then he
That's-
also gave a nods up to artificial insemination. Because I guess that's what they did with Blue Ivy the first time around.
Whoa. So wait, they.
How would he know that? How would Kanye know that?
Why? I'm pretty
Why
sure it
wouldn't
was
he
like.
know that?
I'm pretty
Why
sure
would
it was
he
like
know that?
news.
Why
though.
would he know? Why wouldn't he know that?
He's not in that relationship. Well, why would that be his job to know?
Was she
that?
not?
that was like his
artificially
mans, though.
Yeah, they were cool back then.
Okay.
I think it was like news too. I think she got like. Did she get like the IBF or she got
Surrogate?
something?
Even all right.
Because she was having problems with getting pregnant.
Okay.
Right. So I think they did take that route. So that prompted him to put out that tweet because I guess the second time around with the twins, they had it normally.
But now, why? My question is, why use that as a form of attack?
It's
I don't
Kanye
get-
West. We should be asking you this. You're the number one fan. I'm trying to figure out why this old man is crashing out on Twitter.
I've said this multiple times, and I would like to repeat myself.
That's your goal.
This man is mentally ill. Like I've made this very clear.
Nitrous yay.
multiple
Nitrous
times.
yay.
He is mentally ill. I've said this. People do not listen to me. I actually have a Reddit post that I actually posted into his subreddit one time where I specifically outlined that whenever I see this type of behavior, it normally ends with death. At the scale and the the speed.
He's been doing this for 10 years.
10
Well,
years.
but that's the
You
problem.
know,
Right
I think
now,
that's a ploy, honestly.
But
man.
he's peaked right now. Is what I've noticed over the last
He's
year.
peaked
or so.
because he's
I
saying
think he's
crazier
just
shit.
tired though. Like he's just tired of people just using him.
Yeah,
though.
I do believe
Like
that
he
too.
like. I think that's really a problem.
But
Like he
like-
really feels.
Yeah,
He's just always been used his entire life.
If that's the case, which
used
I don't
toss
believe
aside,
it's the case.
and I feel like once they canceled him, they were like, damn, they really let me out here to get canceled. And then now that he made his shit back, he could talk his shit, but he wants to make himself a brand risk. Basically, he wants
Yeah.
to make himself so unlikable that they can't make money off of you. Like anything associated
So
with you,
how
they
is he
can't
gonna make money off of himself then?
off the culture? He has fans that buy his albums.
Okay.
He has fans that buy plain brown hoodies.
I would like to state that the Gab collection came out before he went off the rails. This most recent time. I would just like to clarify that. I have
That's
not.
what I'm saying.
Actually, no, I did buy the Vultures release.
What you bought? The cutoff sleeves?
I bought the cutoff
the
sleeves.
socks?
I bought the long sleeves. I did buy the pods. They're called pods. They're not
pods.
called socks.
Nah, I got
Do you
that
actually
shit, too.
wear them though?
I do. They're comfortable as fuck.
Well, you imagine walking into his house and he's gonna be
That's
here.
like an in the house fit though.
Yeah,
right?
they're comfortable though. They're comfortable.
And then the wet tank top. You got the wet
Nah, I
tank top.
didn't get that. I didn't get that.
That ain't top fire though.
Oh shit.
Now y'all seen what like Iggy recently said about him?
Yeah, I did.
That like she had a earlier in her career she had a label meeting with him. I guess with like good music.
Oh, I did hear this. And apparently he was like watching porn or some shit like that.
No,
the whole
he used to
meeting?
say he jerked off to her. And he asked how big her boyfriend's piece was. And I saw on Twitter that he replied saying this is true.
And he
This is
replied
true.
to it. He was like,
didn't
"Yes,
even deny it.
yes, this is true."
Crash out of doom.
Nigga said-
What you want me to do about it?
That's so crazy.
Nah, Kanye really freaked out. Like
Anyone else would have lied. I just want to state that. Anyone else would have either lied or not replied.
Nah, man. And now he aligned with Diddy.
So that's another one of the tweets that he put out. Apparently, he is tweeting his support for Mr. Sean Diddy Combs.
He was like on a phone. He tweeted a phone call with him too.
So apparently, there's a song that's supposed to come out with Northwest and Sean Diddy Combs on it.
Yeah.
Northwest.
Northwest, yes.
Kim had to hold an emergency custody meeting when she heard of it. And then that's when he really started tweeting crazy and saying that he's been betrayed by his kids, the Kardashians.
And he was talking about I'm gonna do like put out like a bunch of like social media shit that neither one of us will be able to survive. I was like, nigga, what do you have on her that'll crash out and burn both of your careers? That's
Hey
the
man,
real question.
if it gets to
Really
that
don't care.
point, it gets to that point, honestly.
Okay,
He has an iced out swastika around his neck.
so
I want to know who made that too.
Well, he said
what
it in the
was the
video.
jeweler?
He said the reason jewelry starts with a J-E-W. Is that actually true? Or
I
he
don't
just
know.
said that? 'Cause
I don't fucking know.
that's a Kanye bar, I'm not gonna lie.
He said, "Wait, what
He
he
said
said again?"
jewelry starts with J-E-W. And it do.
I mean, I do.
No. Stop it.
So that's why he got
He
it.
said there's well, he said the guy who made it was Jewish.
What the fuck?
Listen,
But this is also Kanye
you can
West.
be of Jewish descent and not be Jewish, like practicing Jewish. Like
That's true.
he could
Wait,
be
so who
playing
does he
around-
have
Probably
the
some
beef
white
with?
guy. And he just called him
What do you mean?
Jewish.
Does he have beef with Orthodox Jews?
He doesn't
or
have
just a
here's the
corporate beef
problem.
with.
He
says
he is mad specifically at the Jews that control the media.
Ah.
Essentially, along those lines is the people that he actually has beef with.
Yeah.
But he loves everybody.
The higher
He-
ups.
like essentially is what he's referring to. But he loves everybody. That's why he says that he loves the Nazis, because it's so much love that he loves everybody no matter what. That's
what somebody who's like deep in would know and say.
but I'm breaking
You
apart.
really are Kanye's fan.
I am breaking apart the madness. 'Cause
Yeah.
from
And you understand him. You understand
From
him.
a normal perspective, it doesn't make sense. And I do not.
So
condone-
he's like a Buddhist. He
What do you
just
mean?
loves everybody.
No, because he crashes out on everybody. He's, again,
fat people.
He's
Yo, that text was fake between him and Dave Blunts, right? That was
No, I think that
confirmed
shit was
to
real.
that was real.
I think like most
he
of the
said,
texts
lose
are real.
my trainer's number.
Nah, you seen when he called Drake the F word?
Yo,
He called him that like 3 times in the same tweet. Like,
Yeah, like
No, but I also saw one. He said, "How should I reply to Cardi telling me shut the fuck up?" And then it was like a chain message was like, "Why would I help you after all the shit you said?" Did you not see that one?
oh, is that one real?
That one, it was posted and deleted from what I saw.
That's probably real.
But Kanye would be the one that to reach out to people and ask like, "What should I do?" And then he recently went on a rant about if I die, it was Toronto's top goon. You saw that tweet?
I did not see it. Nah, I did not see
I
it.
guess him and Top 5 are beefing over in the DMs.
So, gentlemen, where do we think that did you guys hear Bully Volume 1 that dropped on YouTube? Did you guys like see it's a 45-minute
I heard it
documentary.
a little bit.
I
pretty
saw-
much. It's not even a documentary. It's like
I was
a
5.
picture, motion
Yeah,
picture.
I was 5 minutes in. I turned that shit off. I'm not gonna lie. The reason I did it
Okay.
though was because they were just fake wrestlers hitting each other over the heads with like a fake toy.
with a mallet.
But that shit was for 5 minutes, bro. I'm like, come on, bro.
It's actually
what are
the
we
full
doing?
45-minute length.
See, I can't do that. What the fuck am I?
I mean, it's not really something that you see. You just
you gotta listen.
it's kind of
to it.
like I don't know if you guys ever heard of Frank Ocean's one album. It's a whole film.
It's a visual film.
It's a
That's
visual
what he
film.
finessed the label out of.
Exactly. I think it's kind of like that.
But he
So-
did that to get out of
Because
the
Kanye
album.
probably can't
Oh,
drop, right?
That's true.
After listening to whatever the fuck that was, I want to state this album is about to be the greatest thing that ever happened to us since the beginning of time. The amount of fucking this is like a lo-fi fucking album. Like you put it on in the background. I was cleaning my room and I was just vibing the fuck out, having a great day.
You
I am
started
gonna be
dancing.
really honest.
Dancing and shit.
Dancing, bro. Having the time of my life. Bro, I don't know how to explain. Like, he is so fucking talented, but he doesn't have to do the dumb shit. He doesn't have to do it, bro. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to, bro.
Let me pull the dick out. Holy fuck.
God,
You just
damn.
suck. I haven't heard you this excited about nobody's album. Holy
Bro,
shit.
it was good.
So
That's
what?
the problem.
What did you? What's 3 things that you took from this album that you enjoyed the most?
What I enjoyed, it's the atmosphere that it sets up. Like you put it on and it's an uplifting type of album. Like it's calm, melodic. Like if this is an album that he made with AI, like if the music is made with AI, Kanye figured it out, bro. Kanye figured it out. That's all I can say. Like it's not. Don't go into it thinking like this is hardcore rap or anything like that. This is slow, melodic, calm. That's the type of album that he's releasing. Like, don't go into thinking like this is like some niggas in Paris type of album.
So this is the calm before the storm. Like he's still about to drop an album after this.
I believe the full rollout is slated for this summer.
Yeah, this is a rollout.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is not the actual official album. This is just a part of the rollout. It's actually slated for this summer. If this is the vibe that he's coming with, bro, I don't know, bro. It's so contradictory to what the fuck he's tweeting, bro. It doesn't even make sense to me.
I think that's part of his marketing campaign, though.
What? That it's so opposite?
What's the best way to get people to tune in? Start spazzing out on anything and everybody. And he's pushed to the point that he's like, bro, I don't give a fuck what kind of relationships I mess up. Everybody getting talked on. Remember when they canceled me? Everybody gonna hear me.
Who not gonna tune in to Kanye?
Who's not?
Kanye is
Like-
literally the greatest hip hop artist of all time.
Facts.
Say he's
Kanye
not.
to the-
Greatest producer of all time.
Greatest hip hop artist of all time.
Producer
How
of all
not?
time.
How not? Tell me not.
Kanye is not. All right, so
The influence of
he's
Kanye,
good-
the people he's
good
influenced-
at theatrics. is what he's good at. He's good at
Production.
Yes, he's good at production.
Making a whole album. Who is better than Kanye? Tell me right now. Name one person better than Kanye.
In what aspect?
I just told you the greatest hip hop artist of all time. Who's better than Kanye?
Hip hop artist specifically. All rounder.
Yeah, they have to be all around. But I don't think
I really don't. wanna
Kanye
give
got the
Kanye-
best.
But
one.
tell me.
I don't want to give.
But
Kanye
tell
the-
me.
I don't want to.
Who better than Kanye?
He-
I don't want to
He
give him
knows
that
who he-
satisfaction, bro. I don't want to give him that satisfaction. He doesn't deserve it.
He knows who he wants to say.
Who's not the
He
greatest,
doesn't deserve
bro?
it, bro.
Oh, say it.
That's the best I can go. He doesn't deserve it. I don't know.
Say it.
Drake.
Hell no.
I'm
What are
gonna
you
go with
talking
Drake.
about? Hell no.
I'm gonna have to default.
Greatest hip hop. You think Drake is a better hip hop artist? Like, what are you talking about?
I refuse.
You be having these takes that just be
I personally,
How?
just out of my own. I
Drake.
don't care
Drake
if
doesn't
I'm wrong.
produce. Who has Drake influenced? Tell me right now.
Unfortunately,
No, but tell me 5 people Drake has influenced.
Unfortunately,
Tell me 5 people he's
by
influenced.
So you're saying they
default.
have to produce
Tell me
it,
5
they have
people
to
he's
rap
influenced.
it? Is that what you mean? They have to produce it, rap it?
Produce. He makes the music. He raps it.
Yeah.
Right. The whole influence, not only in rap or music, in fashion, like the whole world. How isn't it not Kanye?
Nav.
How isn't it not Kanye? He talking about some Drake. Name
Bro.
5 people he's influenced.
Out of my own personal,
Alright.
like, I understand.
You be having
I
some
understand what you're
dumbass
saying.
takes.
I understand what you're saying, but hear me out from my own personal standpoint.
How you the
right
greatest
now.
hip hop artist? You haven't influenced 5 people.
I can't give it. I can't.
Kanye has influenced the whole.
But
Like,
Nasty, do you understand what I'm saying? Me personally, as a human being, based off of all the shit that he's doing right now.
Kanye influenced
I
Drake.
cannot-
think that- so
Kanye
this is-
influenced Drake.
I
This
cannot.
is
Kanye
where I,
influenced
this
Drake.
is where I
No.
don't get it.
Kanye influenced Drake, and you over here talking about some Drake is better than Kanye.
But this is where
If
this is
Kanye
where
never
I
made
don't
that
get
808
it,
and
bro.
Heartbreaks or whatever shit he was rapping on with the backpack, you think Drake was really gonna be on that same type timing? What are you talking about? You over
thing
here throwing your
I
hands
don't
up.
get-
Nine. Argue. Tell me right now.
I just don't think
Let's have that conversation. Tell
he
me.
don't want to give nobody props.
What we?
Because this is the conversation where you go, Kanye's the best. Why are you switching up now?
Now listen though. Listen.
Uh-huh.
Listen though. Drake has shoes, right? Why you not wearing Drake's shoes? Drake has a whole OVO line. Why you not wearing his clothes? Why you wearing Kanye's clothes?
He's just
You not even an artist, and Kanye influenced you, motherfucker. What are you talking about?
I again would just like to state, out of my own personal morals,
You don't know what
I
he talking
cannot
about.
give it
Bro, he
to
just can't- he
Kanye.
just can't agree
I
with
can't
somebody.
give him that satisfaction, Melly. I can't.
you gotta separate
You
the
can't
music.
reward bad behavior, bro.
do you,
can't
bro?
reward
Do
it.
you see the things that Kanye is saying right now in the Twitter world? Mm-hmm. And they still have people like you tuning into a 45-minute film.
But that's what I mean. That's the problem.
You see the whole battle that Drake and Kendrick went through. You
Uh-huh.
see how many people start turning their back against Drake.
Also, quick question. Why does Kanye all of a sudden have beef with Kendrick? Can somebody explain why he crashed out
They hit
and
him
wanted...
up for the Not Like Us remix, and then they did it after he started spazzing out on the executive.
Uh-huh.
They didn't pick up his calls.
Oh, I think he has a beef with Kendrick because of Kendrick being on Cardi's album, right?
and then Cardi didn't put Kanye on the album or something like that.
Boom. I
Okay.
think that's what really turned it. It was like, why is Kendrick really doing the Super Bowl? Why is he getting all this praise? He named like 15 rappers, and he was like that are like influential or that like top rappers, and he didn't even put Kendrick. He was like, yeah, Kendrick doesn't deserve to be on this list.
He put like LL Cool J. Who else was on
LL
that
Cool
list?
J is fire though.
Who else did he put on that list?
Don't disrespect.
Oh shit!
Cool
Nah,
J is
that is
fire.
wild. That is wild.
We
But-
not done with that conversation. Tell me right now.
Listen, it is out of my own. I understand where you're coming
You're not
from.
a
Melly.
rapper. You're not
I'm
even an artist.
Arguing with
You have his shoes
I'm
on.
Not
How is he-
arguing with you?
That's not crazy.
Listen, Melly, I am not
Yeezy'd out.
arguing
He
with
Yeezy'd
you.
You
out.
talking about some Nav. Kanye influenced Nav too.
Melly again.
You think
I-
Nav would be producing and
influenced
rapping?
Najarav. No one influenced. He was just here.
He believes that. He believes that shit.
That's what gets me angry.
I fuck with Nav heavy though.
No, you don't. What's Nad's last song?
Well,
We do this shit with every artist. He always say he fuck with an artist.
yo,
no, you don't.
welcome to Rex World coming soon. I'm pretty sure I fucked up the album. Rex World, Rexville.
Oh my
Welcome
god.
to Rex.
Rexville.
Oh.
I think this is a good spot to leave off the episode. Brian can't answer the question.
I refuse to reward Kanye for bad behavior.
Why is it though? Why is it though?
Why? Because if you keep rewarding it, he's gonna keep doing it.
Bro,
it's
but
a loop feedback, bro.
That's like saying Michael Jordan does something bad right now. So we're just gonna forget all the things that his whole career because he's doing something bad right now.
But here's the thing: I'm not saying that his music is bad. That's not
And it's
what
not
I'm
no,
saying.
and it's not no crazy. Like he's not doing no kids or some like, you know what I'm saying? He's not sexually assaulting anyone or doing like no real weird shit.
So then I'll give you the same argument because I do this with not just Kanye. I do this with other artists as well. So for instance, Chris Brown. Everybody still thinks he's so talented. He's the best dancer, best performer, this, that, and the other. But if you go through his rap sheet, he's one of the most violent like artists to have ever existed in terms of like his rap sheet, like his legal rap sheet. Like, and people still fucking fuck with the music. I personally don't think he's great because of that bad behavior. I just can't reward it. I can listen to the music, but I just won't reward it. I don't reward it.
People was listening. Wait, so you still listening to the music?
Yeah, like
You're not rewarding it like that? You're not giving them a stream?
Brian,
Here's the problem. That is,
you over here, you talking about something, you're not rewarding Kanye West, but you over here watching a whole 45-minute film. That's not crazy.
So Brian, where does your moral line stand? Because you listen to Griselda, all I hear them talk about is making crack and feeding it to the community. So you're picking and choosing.
I am picking and choosing. You are correct because my morality does not put what they're doing because they're talking about things that they did in their past. They're not talking about things that they're actively.
When was the last time Chris Brown had a domestic dispute?
Well, oh my God, he had good behavior for the last couple years.
Okay, so
but what about all
so
of
if
the
your
full
favorite
decade of
rapper,
other
if your
bullshit?
favorite rapper stopped selling Fent last year, oh, that was last year. It's okay. That doesn't make sense.
But here's the thing: we understand. I understand that a person that's selling crack in the streets is not necessarily as bad for society as a person that's beating on their wife or some shit like that.
You said what?
A person that's selling crack is not as bad for overall society as a person that's beating his wife.
That's insane. That's
How
an
the
insane
hell?
take. It's an insane take.
I can make a moral argument on this. Watch.
So if someone beats their wife
Watch.
inside of a house, no one else gets affected, but I'm over here and the same person is outside selling crack to the community and to society, how is that not fucking up how is someone beating up their wife?
All right, we're going to have the chicken and the egg argument right now. So that man goes and beats his wife, right? His kids see that. Those kids grow up in a household that's
Who said they got kids? Now they got kids.
If you have a wife, you're most likely going to have kids. That's just
I don't know, man.
That's just statistically will work out.
Japan birth rate is at a near zero.
Statistically, in our country, it would work out like that.
Nah, even here, more people are opting to have pets. You're just adding an extra layer to this scenario.
No. But I'm giving you how it's less detrimental for society.
Go ahead.
So, if that person goes and has kids, the kids see that violence, they are more likely to go out and perpetrate said violence. They will go out and spread it into the world and continue that chain. It's more likely to happen, right? If a person happens to sell fentanyl to, let's say, an addict, the addict is not more likely to go and spread that to someone else because they'll most likely OD.
The dealer would, you fucking retard.
What are you
Sorry,
talking about?
exit that out. This guy is... Anyway, this is episode 12 of the High Notes podcast.
Yeah, I just want to say my logic made sense.
I feel like this was
think-
good banter today. I think this is a great note to leave it off at.
I think this was like a perfect high notes podcast.
Okay, I agree.
It was
I
really
agree.
on some.
We were all over the place.
We had to reel it back.
Yeah, our conversations went way off the wall.
But I feel like that's the
Whole
best
bunch of yapping.
conversation.
True.
Yeah, man. So if y'all liked it, like, comment, subscribe. Back on the weekly upload.
Actually,
Actually, yeah, I'm off next week. You guys will get the emergency podcast sometime by this weekend. I'll upload it probably today.
why don't you post it
Actually,
on?
why shouldn't I post it on
Yeah, the Wednesday.
on Wednesday?
Post it on
keep
Wednesday at
that
this
way. It
point.
keeps at least the routine going. We'll
Right.
post it for Wednesday. I'm gonna be off, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, gentlemen, if you guys remember, if you guys like the episode, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. Make sure that you get your post notifications on. We are on every single platform, every single distribution platform that you can imagine.
TikTok soon.
TikTok coming soon. That's going to be in the link tree. That's linktr.ee/hi, H-I, notes with an S, podcast. If you guys want to get the rest of our content off of there. But gentlemen, do you guys have anything else that you want to promote or input before we close out this episode?
I'm good.
Yeah, just TikTok soon, or when the video's up, it's probably gonna be up soon.
Yes, sir. All right, but we'll see you guys in the next one. Boom.